Okay, thank God this thing's on. Okay, anyways. So, I may have watched a bit too many tiramisu videos lately, and I made a tiramisu 3 times. Um, the first two, I mean, all three of them were successful. So, yippee! The third one I did a Zaboyone thing, or however you pronounce this. If you want to know how to spell it, it's just Zabag Lion E. It's pretty simple, anyways. So the first time I did it, and the second time, the flavors were coffee, vanilla, and cinnamon. The third time I did it, it was like this. I tried doing a limoncello, some shit like that. I don't know, but as you know, I'm fucking 14 and I can't drink alcohol yet. So fuck. So I just turned into fucking lemon tea, bro. It's where you do like lemon, honey, gingerbread spices. Yeah, and honestly, it came out pretty good. I wish I could show you a photo, but like, I don't know, man. Tiramisu is just that good. And also from where I'm living at, bro, you're not gonna be finding Savoiardi or Ladyfingers, nothing, bro. And you're not gonna find mascarpone cheese unless you go to HEB or something. And I don't think even they sell Savoiardi. Friggin'. That's why I always bake my own Savoiardi. So the first time I did it, it was like half sponge cake and then half Savoiardi. And so I sliced the sponge cakes into strips and then I dried them out. And then I soaked them in the coffee things and then layered them and stuff. Here's what nobody tells you. In America, when they do the mascarpone cream, they use whipped cream, okay? When you know how Italians do it, bro? They're crazy. They use raw, pasteurized eggs. You want to know what that means? That means you can eat it raw, completely safe, no risks. Like, America, we actually are built different, though. Anyways, so I'm not lazy like that, and I refuse to use cream in my tiramisu. So I did a fucking hybrid of a meringue, and it's fully cooked too. Okay, I also fully cooked my Zaboyone, so don't come after me either on that. Okay, and so here's how I make the most stable meringue in existence. Okay, egg whites, French meringue style, but also make sure the egg whites are like room temperature. Don't make sure they are not cold. I mean, you can make them cold. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't care what the internet says. Add all the sugar necessary right there. Um. So wait, no. Shit. It's a hybrid recipe, so okay, nice. Okay, so it's a hybrid recipe, so it combines the methods of French meringue, Italian meringue, and Swiss meringue. So anyways, um, so like it starts out like a French meringue, okay? But make sure that the egg whites are at room temperature. And right now, if you don't have the cream of tartar, just use lemon juice, okay? Acid also does the same thing, okay? Cream of tartar is really just fucking acid. Wait, fuck. Did that even? Okay, you know what? Okay, so what I was saying was, so egg whites in a bowl, make sure they're at room temperature, then add some sort of teaspoon of acid, whether that's cream of tartar or straight up lemon juice. Then add like 2 pinches of salt This is all for stabilization. And then you're only going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, that's important. Okay, and you're not going to add it during the soft peak stage. You add it at the beginning, so it fully dissolves. Anyways, I'm getting my ego up to myself already. What was the next ingredient? There's another one. Oh yeah. So while you're whipping it up, you can add like pinches of baking powder because it's just a base in an acid. And if you don't know science class, well then fuck. Basically, when a base and an acid reacts with each other, especially like with water, it turns into carbon dioxide, CO2, which means air. So not only does it dehydrate your egg whites, it also gives you free air. Win-win, bro. Okay, you always want to make sure your meringue is like dehydrated. And so that's a win-win, but don't overuse it, okay? Just like 2 or 3 pinches, okay? That should be enough. And then from here, we're going to whip it to like soft or medium peaks. It depends on like how humid your house is or what's the weather like outside. I would not suggest making a tiramisu or a macaron or anything with a fucking meringue if it's snowing outside or if it's raining outside. If you do, you are going to mess up. Make sure it's just dry as fuck, okay? Anyways. But luckily, this recipe, hopefully if you're lucky enough, it is pretty stable, so it could survive that anyways. Also, oh yeah, you could also add a little bit of cornstarch, like make it a slurry. I know this isn't traditional, but we want to make this meringue stable as fuck, okay? Okay, so now this is where we go into Italian meringue territory, okay? Now we're going to make a sugar syrup, okay? Okay, this sounds like a lot. 2/3 cups of sugar. Oh yeah, we were using a 3 egg whites, by the way. So, I'm not even going to state the amounts. I'm too lazy for that. Anyways, sugar, water, lemon juice in a pan, along with some cornstarch. Make sure you add the sugar and the cornstarch first, and then add lemon juice and water, and then whisk it up until most of it is dissolved. Like it's cloudy, but it's not completely dissolved. Then heat it up to the soft ball stage. And if you don't have like this KitchenAid mixer thing, well then you're not fucked, okay? I don't have one. This is what I did, okay? You take away the hand mixer thing, like those 2 whisks and that hand blender thing, okay? You take that away. You get a whisk, okay? Pray to God that you have a whisk, or just detach one of them from the blender. And then you're going to stream in the syrup right into the egg white mixture while whisking vigorously, okay? Make sure none of the syrup stays there for a long time. And make sure none of the syrup reaches the bottom either. And make sure it doesn't like touches the edges or nothing. Okay, just keep mixing it. It's going to get like really, really fucking soggy. But then after that, just whip it up again, and it should be kind of soggy at first, and then it should not immediately, but it should form some streaks, some patterns, if you will. And then now here's how to fully cook it. Okay, you're gonna put this over a bain-marie / double boiler. And then you're going to cook it until the egg whites reach above 150. Until the entire thing, okay? Make sure the entire thing. You got to use a cooking thermometer for this, too. Like, a candy thermometer is best. Or a steak thermometer. I don't know. I don't know which one I had. I don't know, man. Anyways. So, it was fully cooked. And so now we have our zabaione and our meringue. The only thing missing from our mascarpone cream is obviously mascarpone. I would suggest making mascarpone cream cheese before you do this meringue thing, okay? This is how to make mascarpone. And yes, I'm going to use the measurements. Okay, so, frick. Never mind, I forgot. Wait, no, I didn't. 1.5 cups of butter and 3 cups of milk, okay? And then you're just gonna melt all of that down in a pan, okay? Just melt it all down, and then just throw it in a blender. And if you're trying to season this, like with vanilla and cinnamon, this is where you're gonna add it. Like you're gonna add the cinnamon sticks, about like 3 of them, or you can add like a whole vanilla pod, like a vanilla bean and the literal rind of the vanilla bean as well. And then just strain, like remove those things, and then just, yeah, just blend it up. And then there, you made cream. Now we're actually going to make mascarpone cream, because if you already have a heavy cream, you don't have to do the buttermilk thing. Wasted your time anyways. So, on a pan, make sure the entire thing reaches around 190 or simmering. And then you add lemon juice until the thing curdles. And then you get like a paper towel or a cheesecloth. I use just paper towels. You'll be fine. And then I just put the mixture on it's like a mesh sieve, and then like you put a paper towel in there, and then you pour the curdled mixture on top, and then it's going to separate from the thing in the mesh sieve will be the whey, and then the thing at the bottom is just going to be that liquid stuff. And then just let it sit there for like a day, and then the top part is going to leave you with mascarpone cream. Trust me, at first it's going to be like a crumbly, creamy rock, but as soon as you leave it out for room temperature, bro, that thing is softer than butter. And also, if you make it how I did it, it's going to taste like frickin' like butter cookies, but a little sour. That's how I describe it. It really depends on your cream and how you. It really depends on your cream, yeah. And so yeah, I just mix so I just mix a Savoyon with the cream, and then I fold in my meringue in there. Yippee. And then we just go to layering, dipping ladyfingers, or painting them, or whatever the frick. And then top it off with, like, cocoa powder and cinnamon. Pretty simple, okay? And it was delicious, too. The second one, I did the same exact thing. I gave it to all my friends. Most of them said it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie, I did put a bit too much cocoa powder there, though. And then on the third one, I did like a lemon tea thing because I couldn't do limoncello. Friggin'. It's really just lemon with gingerbread spices. I think I already told you, but whatever. Anyways, I'm planning. I watched too much tiramisu videos, specifically the matcha ones, and I ordered matcha powder on Amazon, and I didn't order the whisk. Fucking. Bro, I didn't know matcha was this complicated, man, okay? You can't blame me. Friggin'. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not buying the whisk. I don't care what you say, I'm not buying the whisk. Okay, I'm not buying that dang whisk. Anyways. So, so the first 2 times I made it, it was coffee, vanilla, and cinnamon. Those were the main base flavors. For matcha, I don't want it to be all just matcha. Like, that's kind of bland. You know what I mean? Like, how do Italians and Americans just enjoy coffee? Like, I tried one from Sam's Club the other day, and it was just mush. But if it had a better texture, I think the flavor's good, but it's not as complex. You know what I mean? Like, something about vanilla and cinnamon that goes with coffee is just So I searched up, yes, on Google Gemini. Shout out to all the Geminis out there. Why am I gonna expose my dang birthday? I'm not doing that anyways. Yeah, what was I going to say? Okay, so I searched up on Google Gemini, and apparently the best pairings for matcha are white chocolate and strawberries. I don't really like white chocolate that much. I think it's mid at best. But yeah, sure. And honestly, I think that works. I don't know what matcha tastes like though. So, there's that. People have told me, or not people, like
stuff on the internet has told me that apparently it has grassy notes and it has like an avocado flavor, which is what the heck? And then there's other flavors that are apparently are more like seaweed. Yo, I'm getting scared of matcha now. So, I can't do the same thing as I did before because like making the mascarpone cheese by using butter, milk to make cream, then to make mascarpone cheese. During the second try, I legit just boiled vanilla beans and cinnamon sticks within the butter and the milk to make like a vanilla cinnamon infused flavored cream. I can't do that with matcha, with a matcha flavored tiramisu. I can't just dump strawberries in there and be like, "Yep, that's a flavored cream now." And I can't just dump white chocolate because white chocolate's literally just milk powder and cocoa butter. Like, I can't do that. The frick. So, and then I basically talked with Gemini, Google Gemini, a while about this. So, here's my game plan. Okay, then this is gonna be my fourth tiramisu. Okay, so during the mascarpone cream stage, I'm going to try something really risky. Okay, I'm going to make a white chocolate ganache, not using cream, but out of the Zaboyone thing. That's right. I'm gonna melt white chocolate. Okay, I'm going to use Zaboyone, that is still hot. Melt that with the white chocolate and somehow make that into a ganache. Sounds like a fire plan. Okay, and then for the strawberries, at first I tried what was it? Like a strawberry powder, like freeze dry them or dehydrate them, grind them up into a powder. But I don't know, that just doesn't work, and that's just like my kitchen's tiny, bruh. So I'm gonna use like fresh slices of strawberry, like within the slices or within the cream. Yeah, hopefully that works out. Yeah, yeah, that's my game plan for tiramisu, guys. Yippee.